The People's Republic of China, a vast and diverse landscape that's home to one of the largest populations on Earth. Blessed with an abundance of stunning architecture, breathtaking scenery, and rich cultural traditions. In July, it was the destination for two of England's biggest football clubs on their pre-season tours. At home, they share a city. In Asia, they share a commercial battleground. Manchester United and Manchester City. Both clubs have just started their Premier League campaigns, but the hard work preparing for the season ahead had been in full swing for over a month. For Manchester United, the first stop was Shanghai.
We feel that, you know, it's a fresh new start with a new manager, and we're bringing in some great players, you know, and I think we all feel strong as a group, and it's important now to sort of with tactical side what Jose wants us to do in games, so we're practicing that in training sessions, and hopefully we can take that into games and, you know, just show a very strong side.
Their first test would be Borussia Dortmund in the sweltering heat of China's east coast.
I think it's good for us. It's a good experience for us, and even by the mental point of view, to play under difficult circumstances as the team is good. We are going to face difficult conditions during the season, so let's try to do our best, and let's try to give the fans, because one of the reasons why we are here is because of the fans.
Making the most of United's visit was supporter group Reds in Shanghai.
In 2012, we set up the first official fan club in China. We tried to get together regularly to play and watch football. And we also organised trips to watch the football in England. In 2013 and 2015, we took two groups to watch matches at Old Trafford. Currently, we have about 1,300 members in our supporters group.
I've been a Manchester United fan since I was little. I've watched all their games since I was very young. I discovered this supporter group when I moved to Shanghai. And when I found out that it was an official supporters club, I decided to join. Every week we have training and some form of entertainment or competition. We've all become good friends, and sometimes we'll watch the Manchester United games together. We always discuss what's going on at United and hope they can get good results.
Many fans don't get the opportunity to see Manchester United live, so we are all very happy to be able to see them playing over here. It's a new team with a new coach and new players. So I really hope they will get good results this season.
The United fans would get a glimpse of two of their new signings from the off against Dortmund. Centre-back Eric Bailly, and facing the club he was signed from, midfielder Henrik Mkhitaryan.
Mkhitaryan did very well on the right side for Dortmund last season. It was by far and away his most productive campaign. He was the Bundesliga Player of the Year. Eric Bailly is a very raw centre-back who I think Mourinho has already said will take time to adapt. He's given him a lot of game time in pre-season because his English is quite limited at the moment, so he needs to work on communication.
It would prove to be a mixed night for United's new signings, with Dortmund quickly showing which team had already been back in pre-season for several weeks. Goals from Gonzalo Castro and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang saw the Germans take a comfortable lead into half-time. United's passionate following were given something to cheer about when England starlet Marcus Rashford was introduced. But Thomas Tuchel's side continued to impress, Ousmane Dembele netting Dortmund's third goal. 2 minutes later, the fans in red were finally treated to a goal. Mkhitaryan tapping in against his former club. However, Dortmund would have the final word. Gonzalo Castro saving the best until last to make it 4-1. Leaving the new Manchester United manager Jose Mourinho with plenty to contemplate.
The quality is there, the mentality is there, the personality, the desire to play. Obviously, is easy for me. But it's so easy to see the difference of intensity of sharpness. So for us was very difficult.
Jose Mourinho wasn't the only high-profile manager to arrive in Manchester this summer. He'll have to fight for supremacy with a familiar face in Pep Guardiola. His Manchester City side began their tour in the Chinese capital of Beijing.
And now I am so happy. I'm so glad to be here, to work with these guys. But not just with these guys, with all the staff. I am really impressed how they work with the players, with us, all together. So, and I feel that we are going to create something good for this club for this season. We are going to play good, and I think our people will be proud of us.
It's a big change, but I guess any new manager into a club is going to bring different things. So it's something fresh for us to adapt. But a player always wants to play attractive football, and he can surely give this to his team. So it's only been a few weeks, but we've been enjoying every single session.
Guardiola was quick to make it clear that he expects his players to be in the best possible shape for the new campaign.
I want my players fit, and for me the weight is so important. So we need to run, we need to fight, we need to jump, we need to hit the ball, and then after 2 days again, and after 3 days again, and after 3 days again. And when you are not fit and your weight is not properly, danger's coming, and they are not faster enough, quicker in the head enough, and that's why I want to be my players absolutely fit.
He's really onto all little details, on the field, off the field. He's very young, so he gives you this energy when he talks, when he coaches. He will stop a session just to make sure that everyone understands what he wants and to make it right and perfect.
Manchester City had been scheduled to take on rivals United in the first ever derby to be played outside of England. But after the pitch at the Bird's Nest Stadium in Beijing was deemed unplayable, it was decided the game could not go ahead. It was a disappointing end to the day for one group of City fans who'd been making the most of their time in the north of China.
So we've been up the Great Wall today. We actually have some people from Manchester that have won the Citizens competition with Manchester City. We have Sydney Blues, we have Melbourne Blues, we have Shenzhen Blues, and we have one guy from Hong Kong Blues as well. So it's quite a group of us here.
I entered the competition, that City were running back in April. They're offering a place for one person and 3 guests on the pre-season tour to China, and I was lucky enough to win the competition. To be honest, I thought it was a wind-up. I got a phone call from City, basically saying that you've won a competition. I assumed it was one of the smaller prizes, like a free shirt or whatever it might be, and told them it was China. They didn't actually officially announce it until 2 days later. So I wasn't truly convinced until I actually saw it and it was announced on Twitter.
Well, as far as I know, I think I'm the only person who's representing the Sydney Blues. So yeah, I'll be happy to represent everybody back home that couldn't make it. And of course, we've got all our friends from Australia-wide and also the Shenzhen Blues too. If you ever come up to northern China, I think the first thing you've got to do is come and see the Great Wall of China. I mean, I've just ticked off something on my bucket list today. I'm really happy about that.
With the disappointment of Beijing behind them, Manchester City and their loyal following would turn their attention to Manchester United's conquerors, Borussia Dortmund, who they'd face in Shenzhen.
All these friendlies are called friendlies, but to me and to the boys, we don't class them as friendlies. The game's for us to win. I'm excited for the Chinese crowd. I think it'll be great for them to see a game of this magnitude played out here. So I think the reception will be very good, and I'm looking forward to it.
Despite a goalless first half, the fans from both sides found plenty to cheer about. And in the 79th minute, it was the side in sky blue that finally made the breakthrough. Sergio Aguero doing what he does best to put City 1-0 up. With time ticking away, it looked as though Pep Guardiola's team would hold on for the victory. But a 96th minute equaliser from Christian Pulisic sent the game to penalties. Angus Gunn would be the unlikely hero for Manchester City. He saved 3 Dortmund penalties to give them the win and end their Chinese adventure on a high.
Borussia Dortmund is one of the best teams, so that's why I'm so happy how we did. And of course, there are many things to improve, but that is normal here. The fans can be so proud about these players. So that's why I'm so happy with what I saw. Of course, it's not the ideal situation. We are far away from where we want to be, so we need time, and at the end, we're going to get it.